Hello everyone, welcome to Puzzle Wednesday. We're here with a little bit of Block Out, the classic 3D Tetris from 1989 by Technōs. This game is just absolutely the bee's knees. You gotta watch your opponent, check out what their board is like so that way you don't send them too much to clear. That way they don't beat you to quota. But also, you always want to spike your opponent and top them out. They least expect it. Joining me on the microphone for commentary tonight, I have Deka Fumo Death Cult.
Hello, everybody.
I have Juicey.
Hey.
And I have Color Thief.
Hey, how's it going?
Getting into some matches and check out this very fine background from friend of the stream, Kayat7. He made this little animated Tetris background for us, so I hope you enjoy that. Our hardworking TOs are sending out the match calls right now. We got Juicey on stream.
In the weirdest place to have the Pack Attack grudge match.
Round one.
I'm playing against WatwuzDat, who's consistently been top 2 in like all of our brackets for that game ever. He's not really been like a multi-game entrant, so I'm kind of wondering what about Blockout did it for him, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, the only other Neo Geo game that I know what consistently plays is Neo Turf Masters.
Huh.
They're pretty very strong player at that one.
Oh, room is up.
All right, so don't forget, for those of you playing online tonight, if you want to get into versus mode fast, just slam start on the 2-player. This is an old game. This is one of those kind of scuffed games. So that's the fastest way to get into the game. I'm gonna move logo, and I can just chill out over here. So quota is what, 1st to 21? Turn up the audio.
I don't like this guy's
Challenge.
Okay.
You need to tell me you don't like the blockout guy?
What was that? Also known as the hero that just made a blockout detector.
Oh, did he?
He did. So next fight kit is going to be stacked
Oh
with
my God.
Cool detectors.
Yeah, they're working on Flycast too. WatwuzDat sending over the early clear. Juicey with this 3x1 well to skim like repeatedly. Kind of cool. Does mean that Juicey is left not able to receive garbage, and what sending it over right away. We have an ugly overstack, dead center in board. Gonna have to find a way to deal with. If he draws repeated line pieces, should be able to get out of this, but got a ways to go. Now remember, when damage is sent from one player to the other, it clones the bottom of your board. So whatever holes are down there, they're going to keep on being repeated. You see the shape that's left behind. Juicey does have an easy skim here. Players are very even on quota. But there isn't a way for pieces to like leave. Oh my God, the jump scare. No!
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Oh no, and a misdrop. It's so hard to tell when you have the 2x2 versus the 1x1.
Now, generally, as players play more efficiently in this game, it actually gets more lethal. Because as you play air quotes correctly, pieces don't really leave the system. They don't really leave the damage system. So you'll see... Oh, Juicey's in such a perilous position already.
Look, I'm
But
just trying my best.
what also has some issues. I actually didn't see where the gap was in what's board.
Wait, Juicy has a hole somewhere. I don't even know where it is. Okay, there.
I think he's actually still got one. Yeah, he's actually got one underneath this block here.
Oh my God.
But Juicey's
he's
not sending
stacking
over any
flat.
pressures, though. Yeah, the flat stacking actually might not work out. Okay, cool.
Oh,
We're fine.
Wow. Okay. And tank and sending garbage is pretty real in this game. It's how you race to quota faster, as Ratttz mentioned. So that misplay, quote unquote, from Juicey just might have put him into, a more optimal strategy. And there he spikes out the last line for the kill. So lots of tempo from Juicey on that down stack.
As you're playing this game, if you'd like to get a little bit stronger, the best way to improve your results is to watch your opponent's board. Whenever they have a lot of empty space on their board or they're overstacked, send them damage as fast as possible. If they have open spaces, then it'll be slower for them to clear a face. And if they're overstacked, you put them into a pressure situation. They have to dig. So right here, Juicey sent lines, or sent faces to What, but because the board was so empty, it's not very efficient, right? It's very difficult for What to... He'll have to spend more pieces and addition. Our players are pretty evenly matched. They're doing these pretty effectively. What does have this weird hole? Oh no, this misdrop is so sad. Okay.
Some serious skyscrapers on What's board right now.
Okay. We're living. I like Juicey's board. It's very flat, but doesn't have any pressure now. Kind of cashed it all in, which seems like the right idea. Ooh, What? Excellent play. Juicey, beautiful 3x1 skim. We're dead even on this quota. What pulling ahead a little bit by about 3 faces. But Juicey's right on his heels. Okay.
2 more clears. Juicey gets it.
We're playing first to 5 tonight.
Oh, okay. Points, not sets. Almost like, you kidding me?
No.
I'm not emotionally prepared for that.
We sure do have. So as you play, you will experience more and more complicated piece sets. Fortunately, you won't have to deal with the highest level piece set in the game, as far as I know. They do, like, high level blockout, like single player, is really intense. And I'm so glad. Personally, I'm so glad that it doesn't really get more complicated than inverses. Oh, Juicey did not draw the right piece for a blockout. If he had gotten a 1x2, he would have been able to send double damage over to What. But What's a little overstacked. I don't know where it is.
I think it's in the top right somewhere.
He's as lost as I am. So's Juicey. Oh, Juicey. Oh, no. Now he has to skim these pinks here, but... Oh, that's like the unluckiest draw. Oh, we got the 1x1, though. Okay. Oh! Yeah! No, we can't rotate! We're too tall!
That's not a happy sound in this game.
That like metallic clinking of like failing to rotate is the equivalent of blood in the water. Like if you hear that from your opponent, you're just like, what if I send some lines right now? Oh, this game rules.
Is it first to 2 or first to 3?
It's first to 5.
Oh, first to 5. Oh boy.
Wait, you thought you could escape?
I thought I was free.
No. No, you're in it. You have to learn. You're gonna learn.
Today.
I don't know.
Cute Jaywong voice line.
Oh my god, incredible.
Oh, that's 4.
That's a long boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize just how.
Oh, GC's in peril here. Part of what's complicating this for our players is that Learning how to tuck in this game is not trivial.
Oh, no, you don't want that, Juicy. You don't want to umbrella and block out.
I like to make sounds.
Oh, we love the sound.
Okay.
Oh, I love hearing the button mash.
I am not.
It's so good.
I am not coping with these more complicated at all.
Oh my god, that shit is so good.
You just have to rotate the apple in your mind, Juicy.
So,
no.
you are. Listen, just give it a little spin. So one of the stable ways to skim at this higher difficulty is to make 1x3 or 1x2 wells. That lets you skim with the vast majority of pieces that you receive. Oh my god, Juicy, you are so daring. I
can't be daring if I don't know what I'm doing.
You really scare me. I'm terrified for you, actually.
I'm always terrified
What?
for me, thank you.
What senses? He senses weakness. He's sending basically every face that he can make. I assume because he's also feeling the pressure of this piece set. It's not trivial.
If it were up to me, I would just simply not feel pressure. I can't.
You simply can't spin that.
I don't feel pressure though. I'm feeling fine up here.
And you have to fear death to feel pressure. Like
that's where you're wrong.
Embrace
incredible.
Death.
I don't have to fear nothing.
I don't have to fear nothing, he says. I don't know about that.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, I might be dead.
Alrighty. Juicy sending over the pressure immediately. That was actually really well timed. Both players had an empty board, so they're not really giving their opponent any more tempo. What? Playing with this T. Not sure what to do with it. Finds it out eventually. Juicy. Lost in the sauce here. Oh, buddy. Okay, so on the sides of the screen, there's a color code that will help you keep track of the height of different pieces. So that way, if you struggle to make sense of the outlines of how tall pieces are, that can help guide you in organizing your board and figuring out where pieces are. But oh, we love that sound. Oh, we love that sound. It's truly just amazing.
I miss the simplicity. I miss an easier time. Okay, GG's.
GG's. Alrighty. Looking at the bracket. Oh, it looks like people are still mostly playing, actually. Mark is advancing with 5-1. WatwuzDat is advancing. I'm feeling
we can't all be as fast as me.
I'm feeling Deka round.
I'm not dead yet.
You're not dead yet?
I'm hanging on.
Hanging on.
Barely. Things have been getting worse as the piece patterns get more complicated, though.
All right, we got Oshisaure and Mark gamed.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to this.
Mark has been one of our strongest variety Tetris players here, but also Oshi's
kind of a wild card.
Has a reputation.
Yeah. These controls, though, they're a little funny.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that
I don't see the problem. There are 3 rotation buttons. You got your weak rotate, your strong rotate, and your normal rotate.
And you got your
brother. What are you talking about?
East, west,
weak, medium, and strong. 3 rotates.
That's definitely, yeah. That's definitely the control scheme I remember. That's what I was taught. weak, medium, strong. Just like Street Fighter.
That.
You play fighting games, no?
Yeah, sure. I know.
How don't you know?
The drop is the dust button.
See?
True.
Like they're in match.
Okay.
Like the old. We're actually in. Oh, Blockmaster. All right, we're right in it. Oh yeah. We're just slamming the pieces down.
This was like when I was confused earlier. I was like, he's stacking so flat. That doesn't seem like it on the face of it.
So you see that Mark had a clear that he could go for. He would rather just soak up this damage from Oshi first.
I mean, yeah, you could get some like solid material off of just rubber banding here.
It's really important if you want to keep pace on quota.
Especially like how uncomplicated the piece set's going to be.
Yeah.
Not like it's super mix-up heavy on downstack like you can get with the TGM.
Yeah, there are no mix-ups. Yeah, Mark's in a little bit of peril here. If he draws the 3x1, he's out. Yeah, okay. But,
Yo, are we doing the tuck from an unseen row?
That's what you gotta do. This is pretty intense between these two.
Right, somehow.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So the center of your board is basically where the piece is on. So as a general rule, you would prefer your well to be dead center.
Big puzzle fighter, don't stack in columns 4 energy.
It gets a little bit hard because like the pieces, they come in basically all shapes and sizes. So like depending on what piece you draw, you may have different vulnerable columns, or like depending on the piece you might draw, you might not be able to rotate them into a hole based on where the hole is, which is really funny. This game really is the gift that keeps on giving. I just think it's a blast. Mark sending over the pressure. Oshi, overstacked in the middle of the... Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're fine.
Oh, manages to keep the... the floor is very empty all of a sudden. That's dangerous.
Mark has a skim. But... sort of waiting. You would prefer it if Oshi sent, but... we're just gonna trade a little bit. Ooh, we have a skim. Love that. Mark. Oh, this X shape is so bad. You don't want to do that. He had a 2x2 skim, but I'm not sure if that would have let him live. He would have needed to draw like a line immediately, and I don't know what is then. So we're still on the early P set. Pretty common at this stage of the game to like consider the shape of your well, because you can plan blockouts based on. So like if you end a stack that's perfectly flat. Oh shit! See, here's the blockout, right? If you end a stack with a 2x2 well, or a 2x2 well, a 3x1 well, easy block out, right? Then you'll send double lines to your opponent. Hopefully it's at a vulnerable time. Their floor is more empty. Because like Mark's, in spite of Oshi's blockout, right? It actually has helped him keep pace on quota pretty well. We have an empty floor here, but Oshi is not able to send any pressure, so it's fine. Oshi with the 1x1 well. We are sending over the damage. I like how when Oshi clears out the bottom of their well, or her well, he leaves it in such a way that it's nice and orderly. Oh, this pressure from Mark is so lethal. Oh, we're not able to rotate. Oh, you might have to spin it first. Oh! Yeah, her piece is locked in between the grooves at the top of her board. You would have to spin it twice in like a very specific way in order to fit the line piece correctly. Excuse me. We're playing first to 5 tonight. Sorry. I got something stuck in my throat. Flip it, then reverse it. You know it. I hope that keep track of their game. So they're currently 1-2. 1-2 Mark. We're gonna find out what it says in a second. Alrighty. Mark shaving up the 1x1 well. Oshi deciding not to cash in the 1x3 well, which probably what I would have done. Stream isn't picking it up. Yes, I know. There's no detector available on Fightcade just yet, even though it's been written by WatwuzDat. If you would like more features to show up on Fightcade in a more timely manner, they have a Patreon. I highly encourage you to support them as best you can. Mark with a beautiful tuck. Alrighty. We have a 1x1 well with Oshi, but she's drawn exactly the line pieces she needs to send over ridiculous pressure. Mark's into the line pieces as well, a little bit late getting into that piece sequence. Able to send that pressure over. Finally does have this little 2x2 well, but I don't think he wants to skim with it just yet. Oshi ahead by, behind now by one face rather. Mark's able to get this. All right, we'll see what the scoreboard says. It does not keep it. Okay. So it's 1-3 Mark. Going to have to... Excuse me 1 second, chat, while I have to wrangle things now. So if you're playing tonight, please do not start a new game. Just keep playing the same game. It'll make sure your scoreboard is accurate in game. So that way I don't have to operate the scoreboard. It makes me sad. You wouldn't want me to be sad, right, chat?
Correct.
You love me.
Do not make Ratttz sad.
Oh, she's bored. We have a little bit of a situation, but it's fine. The actual issue is having a 1x1 well. Gotta get lucky on drawing these skinny pieces. We got a 2x1 and then a 3x1. Decided not to throw it in hole. Oshi. Mark's board is a little awkward. Oh, and actually, shaping up nice. We're doing a little bit of skimming with these by twos. I don't remember where the hole is on Oshi's board. She's gonna have to find it. Oh, she found it. Excellent. We're neck and neck. Oshi just needs to make 3 more faces. Mark at 3 faces left. 1 face left. Oh, but he's not drawing the pieces. Oshi taking another point. 2-3. Alrighty. Fast block out for Mark. I actually don't know how good that was for him personally. Mark setting up for skimming with 2x2s. Like, That's very funny. I really dig that. Oshi pondering, blocking the well off. Yeah, but then immediately draws a 3x1. Would have loved to slam the well here. Mark's board. Got a kind of a scary well in it, but, you know, he's making the best of it. Got some beautiful skims. A nice 2x1 well. Throw 2x2s into, no problem. Mark's a little bit behind on quota here. He does like to send kind of aggressively. And it means that he's actually not receiving as much material from his... These 2x2s are really... What is this piece sequence for Mark? Oh, we're in trouble. Okay. Mark's kind of in peril. And Oshi finding some quota. We're 3-3. This game is not just about topping your opponent out, watching their board. You know, you gotta make sure that you leave your board in a way that you can receive faces. Now we're into all of the Technōs, which are kind of scary if you're uninitiated. Mark has a 1x1 well, but it's shaped in such a way that he can skim with various pieces. This tee's a little awkward. Yeah, he's going to choose to overstack. This may come back to bite him. See how this works out. He has a head on quota. He was able to receive garbage, but now Oshi is sending over the pressure. You have great L placement for Mark. What's Oshi up to? Sending over the pressure. Beautiful alternating well. Really dig that. We're pondering the skim with a 2x2, but not really great. You have a powerful L. Leaves a beautiful situation for Oshi. Meanwhile, Mark absolutely buried.
Mark needs a line. Oh, he's past the point where he can rotate pieces.
Yeah, the danger sound. Ooh, Oshi. Now on match point.
The danger sound is what did me in.
We all love the danger. All right, Mark. G. Mark setting up the 1x1 well. Not clearing it. He wants to be ready to receive damage from Oshi. Both players sending at the exact same time. Mark probably getting the better deal in the long run. But Mark making a pretty curious decision here. Gonna have to clear 2 faces in order to dig out and find his 1x1 well. Meanwhile, Oshi is in a great position to send. Mark able to receive those lines, send them back. He's ahead by 1 face.
1 face is not a lead.
1 face is really not a lead, no. And Oshi's well, like the shape of her board does make skimming basically impossible, right? Oh yeah. My god, the spike from Mark.
Oh yeah, he smelled blood going in for the kill.
4-4.
Oh, they're 4-4. It said 3-2.
Yeah, they reset. Yep, they sure did. That's why I'm operating the scoreboard. I would prefer to let the game do it, but... Oh, Mark demonstrating proper way to tuck. It's a very funny skill. Yeah.
I failed a tuck.
It's hard. It doesn't feel like a tuck in any other... Like, This doesn't feel like a game that has block delay, but it does. It's very strange.
It's also really hard to tell how deep your piece is into the board, too.
Yeah, so usually when I'm tucking, I only want to tuck like one direction, and so I press the drop button and then I hold the direction, and then your piece will hopefully just slide right into place. Mark does have a several point lead, and Oshi's not really in a position to accept lines here. Yeah, there's no way to skim here. You gotta draw exactly the right piece, man.
Oh!
Oh, not going to.
Mark. Taking it. 5-4. Congratulations, Mark. That was a hard-fought match. I was really sick. I really enjoyed that. Congratulations. Looks like I'm up next. I'm going to be playing against Blaster. I got a scoreboard.
I just noticed WatwuzDat was asking what the drop button is then. Clearly that's block.
True. Is it block? I thought it was dust.
No, yeah, it's dust.
Dust.
Alternatively, it's the special button if you're playing Blast Blue.
All right, we're right into it.
Okay.
Oh,
So Ratttz versus Blaster the Fox. Ratttz has definitely blocked a few outs in her day.
I'm a big fan.
Uh-oh, are we...
We're in single player.
Wait, isn't that your fault because you're player one?
Sure is. Love doing that, though.
Oh, they let you challenge. Good.
Yeah, you can still challenge this player. It's funny.
I'm picturing the nightmare, like, marathon 10-hour arcade session for single-player blockout or whatever it is. Only for some random dude to walk up and be like, I challenge you.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, we've got a clean well from Ratttz. It was a triple well. She turned it into a double well. She's evaluated that she doesn't feel exposed, and so she fully cleared a face. Minimal punish, but, you know, slightly not block optimal as this garbage comes in. But very good pace from Ratttz as a result of building off of this garbage. And the pace doesn't even matter because Blaster couldn't take the heat. It's hard to be like 4 faces up on your opponent without making them top out, I think. 4 or 5 and you're kind of in top out territory. Okay, lots of fast block action from both players. Ratttz with the 2x2 well set up, able to comfortably tank some hits. Now it's a 1x2. She can easily get doubles with all these square pieces that seem to come out in this stage. And she even has that triple skim off the top. Very good. Her pace is excellent. You know, Blaster has been keeping up, though, even ahead on quota, but it's going to be hard for Blaster to take this all the way here. They need a long piece to come out. Oh, they get one. Yo, 2 quota left for both players. Okay, Ratttz just barely gets it first. Okay, we'll see Blaster playing for single well, Ratttz choosing double with. See which one pays off. Okay, Ratttz spikes some pressure there, and then gets caught with a slightly empty board, a little bit inefficient in terms of quota racing. Ratttz seems skeptical about going to single with well, whereas Blaster is committing and finding the straight piece. So some faster momentum coming from Blaster here. Oh, but Blaster gets caught with a very awkward downstack. Empty board. Ratttz punishes. Okay, they've recovered. And they're finding a ton of pieces for their single with well. Oh, Blaster had the lead right until the end when Ratttz went for that triple. I think Blaster's got what it takes to get on the board here. They're showing some pretty strong play. Oh, a bit of an overhang coming from Blaster. That's going to be buried for now. We'll see if they can remember it. It's in the top center. Okay, they're navigating a careful downstack. They do unearth the hole. And now they're just waiting for the long pieces to start taking some clears. Ooh, they get a nice mini L skim. Ooh, they clog their hole going for that skim. But in the process, they've maintained a very accommodating stack surface. So we'll see if it pays off. Oh, that spike of damage from Ratttz. That's enough to top out Blaster. 4-0. This is going to be Blaster's last chance to get on the board. Okay, Ratttz stacking very flat. Blaster getting a more mixed approach. Looks to be single width well this time from Ratttz and double width from Blaster. Okay, no, Blaster's converted to a single width as well. Okay, first strike is from Ratttz. Meanwhile, Blaster, clears a line that stuffs their hole. So they're going to have some limited options here. It's forcing a fairly jagged stack shape. They seem to be past the worst of it, though. Oh, and then they notice the damage coming from Ratttz and reconsider clearing. Okay, now Blaster's making some very deliberate downstacking decisions there. Hoping for that long piece. If they can get it, they'll have some momentum here. They're slightly ahead on quota. The long pieces are pretty rare in this stage. See, the L block comes, they get a double with it. People are neck and neck on quota. Oh, the long piece comes right as the hole opens up. Oh, Blaster has an overhang, but they're only 2 lines away, 1 line away. Do they go for the skim? Blaster's on the board. Let's freaking go. Blocking their hole right as the quota came up. Very smart play. And single hole coming from Blaster. Ratttz had a double hole. Seems to have converted it into a single hole. If I know what's underneath those layers. Yeah, single hole. This is a more forgiving piece set. I think it has more long pieces. We'll see. Blaster cashing in. It even has a 4-tall. Yeah, so there's lots of long piece options here. Ooh, big staircase coming from Blaster. Not sure I like the look of that. And just like that, Ratttz takes advantage. Spikes Blaster out for the win, 5-1, but very well played. Keep your eye on Blaster the Fox. Something tells me they might find some success on loser's side.
Thank you so much for playing Blaster. I had a lot of fun. You really surprised me. You're strong. And Blaster shows up to brackets every now and again and like will randomly display surprising strength in some of these games. Oh, actually, we're having another streamer match? I can't believe it. Me versus Mark?
Oh, are you going right away against Mark?
Yeah. That is what the TO desk is telling me.
The TO desk is
Mark's spooky. No, Mark is
if ever there was a person who liked to out some blocks, it might be Mark.
It might be Mark.
3 Canadians in bracket tonight. What are the odds?
What's with Canadians and stacking? No.
We're stacked. What can I say?
Canada is just a block stacked on top of the Americas. If you look at how all the islands fit together, it makes sense. Alright, Ratttz definitely off to the races here with a very nice looking stack. Oh, and that's an all clear potential. Gonna not do it though. How does damage come in if your board is totally empty?
I don't think you take damage, but you basically can't do that unless you get a block out. So it's supposed to be kind of powerful. But I can't say that with confidence. I'm not sure I've seen it. I don't know if it delays the send until after you drop your first piece. That'd be a lot of extra programming.
Malicious, almost, depending on what piece you had.
I do believe the blockouts send double attack damage.
Yes, I believe that is what Ratttz mentioned earlier. I like this 2-well strat. It seems to be working pretty well. No
it's very versatile. It's slightly less efficient, but you trade that for consistency.
Yeah, nothing like getting the 4-bar and just sending a kill shot instantly. Almost.
Oh, Ratttz edging ahead. 5 clears.
It really is true that garbage does not really leave the system.
Yeah, the better you play, the less garbage leaves the system. You know, the 2 wide well is a primo strat because I learned it from an Argentinian.
Oh. Yeah, that will, alright, I'm sold. Picking up the 2 well for my next game. If there's anybody you want to learn strats on Fightcade from, the Argentinians usually have your back. Ooh, I like that horizontal 3-piece. Let's Ratttz send a line there.
Ooh, Mark's getting pretty high on board. Oh, he finds a triple. And another one. He misses his hole, though, right before the garbage comes. That's going to be painful. He's quite limited in his downstack options here.
Oh, and that gray block is gonna poke him.
Game chat's very funny.
Oh, in-game chat?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get spiked really rudely in this game. Ooh. I picked the wrong well shape.
Alright, I'm being called into the abyss.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
So we have Ratttz maintaining a very skimmable hole surface.
The two separated. Oh, I guess she filled up the second one.
Surprised she's not going for more triples. She got the pieces. And then if you get droughted when you're high on board, it's a really bad feeling. Oh, the quota by 1 with Mark over the hole, waiting to drop his piece.
Oh, that happened to me too.
The stream, the game chat is so funny. The salt is so real. I feel it in my bones. Are you kidding me? Oh, I feel it, buddy. Did something very dangerous.
Ratttz maintaining a 1 wide hole.
Fake. The fake 1 wide.
It's a fake 1 wide?
Yeah.
Do you have an overhang in there?
I do. Oh god, I'm so silly.
But it seems real enough to me.
No, it's fake. It's store-bought.
Store-bought.
I don't know if you fail to use it to skim, it's for all intents and purposes 1 wide. Okay, let's try that again. Mark gamed recovering from some of that salt. Ooh, a tuck from Ratttz, the rare tech, at least in verses. Okay, both players sporting a 1 wide. Now Marcus plugged it and immediately gets the 1x4 to reopen. But now they're caught with an empty bottom board, and we do see Ratttz punishing that. So Mark Gamed is scrambling for some kind of downstack here. He doesn't have the luxury of time to be particularly picky about how he fills that bottom layer. So the stability of his board is very much in question right now. Oh, very nice use of 3 dimensions there by Mark. He slammed an L piece into a hole perfectly, which is really hard to judge when you have this perspective. No, he's robbed. He gets, the biggest 1 wide hole ever, and Mark gets the pieces he needs, but he's too high to rotate. Smoke responsibly, everyone. Okay, Ratttz gets the first clear and manages to patch it full right before Mark attacks. So, perfect efficiency so far on Rattz's side. But then Mark manages to get it clear, catching Ratttz a little bit off guard. Now Ratttz is the one forced to fill in their empty spots in a perhaps suboptimal way. Actually, that sequence of pieces was honestly not too bad for filling that stuff in. So things are neck and neck. Ratttz is up 1 in quota. Now,
Okay,
Mark
I have
is up
confirmed
3.
you receive the double damage after the next piece you place.
Wait, it happened in your match? That's
Yep.
wild.
We both got a start that gave us a block out.
Huh. So was the second blockout advantage then?
No, because we both got it on the same piece.
That's funny. This game needs SRS. Oh my god, very funny. I would love it if we had blockout with kicks. That would be really funny.
I think it's wild that's what comes to mind first for Mark. You know, I'd be thinking of more basic things like blockout needs a piece preview, perhaps.
It's got that in Geom Cube.
Geom Cube
on the PlayStation. Yeah, there's a sequel to this. And the only feature they added was piece preview.
I think they numbered the colored layers as well, at least as a skin option.
Oh, yeah, that's
the whole
true.
Game. Which it helps.
It's nice. There's a lot to look at on the screen. Between watching your opponent's board, the piece preview, all that stuff. Expert. Some of the expert pieces, they terrify me. No offense. Okay, but what good does the piece preview do if you can't rotate the blocks? That's a good question.
I'll leave that for the Buddhist to answer.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if a piece spawns, but you can't rotate it. Like, is it real? ET attacking first. Masa kind of hoarding. Kind of chilling back here. Does not want to block off the well with these 2x2s. With this sort of like funny, not quite. Oh, she wants to set up for a skim? That's so greedy, but also the correct way to do it. Oh, we're converting to a 2x2 well, which is so great for Masa. Now we're neck and neck. We're going to be trading back 2x2 clears for a little bit. Masa drawing this 3x1 that's super awkward. Converting it into lines. Adbon quota by 2 pieces, now 3. Back to 1. Ooh. Okay, but CT has the last clear. So that's pretty typical. When you get deeper into blockout, the game stops. It's not that you never send pressure to your opponent to annoy them or something, but it starts becoming more and more about tempo and quota, and less about I heard my opponent make the special tink noise. Time to send faces. Masa with this beautiful 2x1 well. We're trying to keep it nice and neat. She doesn't want to send right now. She'd rather just tank and receive. Or tank and send, rather. She is slightly ahead on quota. Does not preserve her weird L hole. Deciding instead to cover it up. Ahead by a little bit, but Moss is actually behind in the piece sequence and is able to draw all of these line pieces. And CT caught with a double eye dependency at like the worst time. Yeah. Oh, brutal. Masa on the board. If I recall correctly, I think Masa got second in our previous blockout tournament. CT setting up, both players setting up for the 2x1 well. The classic and stable hole for early boards. Being able to skim with, you can skim with more than just the square. You can skim with the 2x1 as well. CT caught a little bit with his pants down. Big empty well his opponent sending pressure into. But Masa didn't have a follow-up, and CT's able to convert his well back into a 2x2 or 2x1. Masa overstacked from what I assume was a greedy skim. Just Masa thing. Green hair girls reading. Oh, Masa sending the pressure, but she's actually one face short of killing CT, which is just a crying shame. She's preparing the 2x1 well, but fortunately, ooh, we're actually still able to clear on top of. Oh, this is so efficient. No! Oh no! Oh, the misdrop of all misdrops. CT needs his last face. Come on, buddy. Okay. I'm gonna lose it, Masa. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'd be salty too. I would be mad. Alexa, please. I need you to play Despacito. I've never needed Despacito more in my life. Okay, so this is where the game can sometimes change. You might sometimes prefer a 3-wide or a 3x1 well over the 2x1 well. You can pivot between them. It's, you know, there's no rules. I'm not your mom. But you should probably not build eye dependencies. And I like to go for the skim that CT's doing, but I did that once against Mark, and then I got owned, like, immediately. No, that's the opposite! Okay. Whew. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of maneuvering like that. I know, I'm a big baby. CT's really not in a position to accept this garbage too much. I mean, I don't know what his upcoming pieces look like, but Masa does have a hole in her stack. I'm pretty sure it's not just this one well. It does have a very funny skim, but oh, we didn't take the funny skim? Why? CT can't spin it! Okay, he does have a skim. He has two. And he's got to draw like a square. Oh, this... No! Two and two. Love this violence from both of our players. They're getting into some sticky situations and then blasting their opponent with pressure. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, Masa with a 2x1 well, a little bit faster out the gate than CT, who... So for those of you at home who are playing this, there's multiple dip switch settings for rotate buttons. We're on the dip switch settings that only give you 2 rotate buttons. So if you see our players like fiddling around with the pieces, it's not their fault. They're getting around our slightly jank controls for tonight. Me, you know, this is just how blockout feels. This is how I play blockout, so I'm just used to it. I was born by it. I was molded by it. Main speed. All right, Masa, gotta clear off this garbage off the top of the board here. Born by it. That's the line, isn't it? Is that not the line?
I think it's born in it and raised in it.
I'm pretty sure it's born by it. Like the born, like the, it has 4 buttons. I like the energy that CT has. Like, he's willing to do dangerous things in order to maintain piece efficiency. It's like the correct way to play in a lot of ways, but it's also really scary and dangerous. And without a piece preview, you know, like, you're accepting a lot of risk. And this game is as much about watching your opponent's board and making this about like what kind of risk you want them to face, but also choosing what level of risk you feel comfortable. Oh, this is the easiest. Yeah. Awesome. Empty board, basically. TT not ready to deal with this. His well was just not, yeah, brutal. 4 is left shift. We're going to continue to have this argument for a while, I think. DT sending over the early pressure. I think because he saw Masa with the 3x1 well. I don't know. I think the 3x1 well is actually just fine in this piece set. I don't hate it, personally. Masa doing okay. CT, I don't actually know where his hole is. It's somewhere in there. And he's got to clear this overstack first. He's got access to it, but I just got to draw some lines. Oh my god, he just goes for it? Really? Well, I mean, you know what? Fine. Oh my god. This, like, are you okay? Okay, he does draw this. Oh, ooh, okay. Manages to find the hole. Yeah, that is how it works. You have to rotate it over the hole if you want to have success. But, you know, CT left holding far too many faces. Masa advancing 5. Congratulations to Masa. Yeah, they're spooky cookies, and I would not go for them. I'm scared. Weak. Let me take a peek at the old bracket.
I almost had it.
We have a very short little commercial for you. I gotta tell you all about the remaining events for this month of September. Coming up on September 13th, I have Magical Drop 3. This is one of our most competitive, heavily stacked brackets, thanks to the efforts of Bird Up and all of the other Magical Drop 3 creatures who are just incredible at this game. If you want to play a hyper competitive, absolutely stacked bracket, this is the one to show up to. But even if you're not there yet, you know, you're not taking on the world, don't sweat it. We got a lot of people who are showing up playing for the very first time. It's a great way to learn the game. Or what's up?
We're actually doing gimmick rules for that month.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, it's
Tell me the gimmick.
It's back to Fool. We're doing another.
Oh yeah, it's the Fool only bracket.
Oh
yeah. There's a school bus and everything.
There's a school bus?
There's a school bus. It's the Fool bus.
The Fool bus.
So
active Fool.
It's a little sillier than usual. Just keep that in mind.
I do love the Fool. I love how he kisses the screen with his disgusting cat. I love his disgusting little goblin face. Anyways, we're moving on. September 20th, we got Panickies. This is sort of a prototype for Puzzle Fighter, made by Compile, published by Capcom, and weirdly featuring music from other games. Panickies is kind of a time. Instead of being about making big squares, it's just about making big ol' shapes, but there's no offsetting. So you really want to overwhelm your opponent, burying them all at once, chaining through the huge blobs of color before they can. And if you are going to receive, then you need to elevate your trigger, protect it, so that way you can still fire it off. Unlike Puzzle Fighter, you need 2 crash gems to fire off a group, which gives it kind of a unique texture that I really appreciate. September 22nd, we have Kirby's Star Stacker. This game is recently available on Nintendo Switch Online, so if you'd like to go practice it, you can go do that now. This is a very funny domino sandwich making game. So you make sandwiches using Kirby's friends, and whenever you receive lines, the lines are already pre-filled little animal friends for you. So your incoming damage allows you to chain like ridiculously. Like you only need to put down 2 pieces to do a 9 chain. It's very funny. It's very video game go burr, and I really really wouldn't change it for the world. After that, September 27th, we have Pochi and Ya. This is the Puyo Puyo for people who don't want to do your homework, right? You don't have to learn any chain forms. You don't have to care about any of that. You don't have to learn things. Just make funny little trees out of these cats. And rather than matching based on a number, like Puyo's match 4, you're actually going to be matching crash gems, and you get to choose when they arrive. Press up or the C button, and you will get crash gem to fire off your structure, which means that you have to watch your opponent's piece queue very carefully to see if they have the color available to send off their huge tree. That way you can offset it, just like Puyo. Pochi and Ya is a great game if you'd like to get into a game like Puyo, but again, you just want to show up and have a good time. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have a bad time with Pochi and Ya. It's just a delight. It's one of the last games Compile made before they pieced off forever. So I highly recommend you check it out. And that's all, folks. We're going to have October brackets for you next week. So stay tuned. We're going to be getting back into it. We got Mark Gamed versus WatwuzDat in losers round 3. Up.
And what was that with a very, very close match against me down to the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit me with a spike, and I had the eyepiece, but I was 1 layer too high to rotate it.
Brutal.
And he got me. So, now, let's see if he can make it all the way.
Against Mark. Like, Mark is... Again, I don't want to understate it.
Gamed, that's for sure.
Yeah, Mark is gaming. Like, I do not want to mince words. Mark is quite the gamer. Mark firing off the one well. Not bad early on. You have a lot of 1x1, 1x2, and 1x3 pieces on this early board. I happen to just like the 2x2, the 2x1 well, because I'm just a stickler. Very boring. WatwuzDat with what I would describe as a duck's back, which, I mean, he is a pack attack player. That does make sense. Converts his well. That's actually really sick. I really like... This is a really interesting idea. I actually really enjoy what is planning here. He is a little bit vulnerable here. Yeah, see these gray blocks. They're scary. A little bit behind on quota, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Wasn't able to skim. Oh, Mark!
Oh, losing quota by 1. That's rough.
He had the piece. He had the piece.
What needed 2 more pieces?
Oh, did he?
He had a 1x1 and his well was 2.
Oh, that's brutal. And Mark setting up the 2x1 well here. What with an empty board? Sort of, sometimes having an empty board is kind of cool because you can like reorganize your stack or whatever. Mark deciding not to go for the 3x1 skim, using instead converting as well into a 1 wide. What? Looking a little over. He was looking overstacked briefly. Does clear it. Oh no, unfortunate for Mark. He would love to be able to tuck something in there, but fortunately the way that this is, yeah, this game is going to force you to clear that overstack first. So he's got to stack all the way up to pink. Well, he's drawing the pieces for it, so that helps. Looking for a 2x2. Yep, finds it. What
has a hole in there somewhere?
Yeah,
I witnessed it appear. So.
Quota lead now from Mark after that recovery. I guess quota lead doesn't even matter when you have the alive lead.
Being alive is pretty good. I really do want to see what the game looks like when people get like 5 or 6 faces of a lead. Ooh, okay. Oh, Mark cleaning it up nice with a tuck. Fantastic. I kind of want to see what a game looks like when a player gets like a 6 or 7 face lead and their opponent lit. Like, what's that like?
Both players would have to be near death.
I assume it's either that or their board would have to be like canyon-like, right? Like, they'd have like they'd have like a column or two that are just like utterly trashed, and the rest of their board is fine. What, looking for the big spike? Heading on over, but Mark is at a pretty convenient place in the piece queue to fire it all on back.
Yeah, Watt's getting some pretty solid pieces here himself, though. Pretty much everything's
one
going
away.
back and forth, and Watt's just gonna take the bing ping pong back and forth all the way to the bank.
The repeated long pieces into the hole is very funny.
Very silly.
I mean, that's the winning strategy if you get those pieces.
Yeah, Watt definitely operating an assembly line there.
And that's the real reason why you want to keep your board like receptive to garbage, right? Because if you had a board, you weren't able to return any of it. You just lose on the spot. Yeah, this double eyepiece dependency for what is pretty bad. We're really hemming and hawing. Oh no! There's no way. All right, I'm calling it. I'm officially a doubter
here. So
I don't know if Watt is.
All I'm saying is he does have some time to attempt a recovery.
Okay. All right. No. Oh.
Maybe in normal Tetris that would have been a good play, but not in this.
Oh my god. I'm not one to talk. I had a really bad fist drop earlier today too.
I think that's just part of the game. Like, every once in a while, you're just gonna have a catastrophic misdrop. It's just gonna happen.
What has a much flatter stack, but... Ooh.
What, looking for that forward rotate button and not finding it.
Yeah. We're gonna do... Oh, I guess Mark is not choosing to skim. Instead, he's just gonna keep the... Oh, really? We're gonna have a spire, huh? I hope that he... Yeah, see, the 4 long piece is actually going to get clipped by that if that gets too tall. So, Mark's really gotta clear these faces. But looks like what is a little dead. Never say never, but... yeah. Mark sitting over a line sitting over a face just to be like, you know, what if it was good night?
Mark with a nice B formation on his board at the end there with the 2 funny wells.
Oh, are they going to do it? What gets the block out? Very cool. I wonder if Mark knows that gives you a bonus.
Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a bonus in lines cleared.
You're right. Maybe the meta is avoid the blockouts.
I'm actually on team. If it's early game, I actually don't want to block out for sure. If I don't think the blockout's gonna kill my opponent, like I don't want it.
Ooh, nice tuck though.
Oh, that 4 clear.
Oh, Mark is beautiful 3x1 skim with a T piece, going to kill his opponent with it. Jeez.
Yeah, Yastin, the all clear, the block master literally says block out whenever you get it.
Block out.
Block out.
Alrighty, we're going on to semifinals. Me and MasaQueen. Actually, this is winners finals. I lied. Challenge is just funny. Also, I'm supposed to react to check into the stream. You know I'm supposed to react to the match call. Alright, I got Deka on.
Alright, I'm loading in. I got distracted for a second. Here soon, TM. Alright.
Okay, very clean well set up from Ratttz. Chooses to limit it to a 2 wide. Looks like the plan is to throw all the O blocks in there. Ooh, a bold overstack. Pays off, gets the
Masa
skim.
with just an incredibly clean board right now. Developing some 1x1 dependencies, though. As the board slowly starts to fill up, these get more and more dangerous.
I mean, Masa has a jagged surface, but Ratttz is starting to feel the pressure here.
Oh wow, yeah, it really did add up.
Out.
I guess I didn't realize that Masa was 3 rows ahead.
He started.
Free blockout, that's what it is. Oh, not optimal.
The game
should have read the piece queue.
the game heard you didn't get enough straight pieces last time.
Yeah, Masa didn't get one for forever at the end.
So Masa striking first. Both players maintaining that 2 wide well.
Masa with a 6th sense on the piece queue. Knowing exactly when the 2 eyepieces are coming. Oh, goes for a really greedy play. This could come back to bite.
And Ratttz found a really nice 3 skim.
Yeah, Masa's got a lot of filling up to do. This is a real chance for Ratttz to just take a quota lead.
I mean, it's only 3 faces. Okay, Ratttz is back in her preferred formation of a 2 wide well. And Masa is cursing the absence of long pieces. She gets one, but she's got catching up to do. She's still behind on quota, but she gets a 3rd one. She's now ahead. Okay, tied on quota. The straight pieces just keep coming.
Oh, that's the 3!
Wow.
The clutch at the end there, getting exactly the pieces she needed. Though, that being said, it was after a very, very long drought.
It still feels like a bit of a robbery, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Coming from that far behind is always a robbery.
Like, when you're disadvantaged and you've got multiple, like, single wide holes and a huge dependency on those pieces, that's never a position you're going to elect to put yourself in, right? So
yeah,
when the game just doesn't punish you for it, it's funny.
Ooh, I like this huge height disparity in Masa's stack between the one well and the pieces she's clearing. Yeah. That way she could skim with a 2x2 and have it affect the whole board. Alright, both players with the one well on a very clean board.
Okay, Ratttz going for the long pieces rather than the two wides, and gets enough of a flood of long pieces that it pays off. She keeps going for it. They keep coming, and she gets that quota.
Oh, the quota! Masa had the piece, too. Another nail biter. Just a bit of a tempo. Masa already off to a very interesting build here. Really not afraid to make these spires.
They're honestly fine. The harder part is your brain keeping up with the three-dimensional stack surface.
I guess it kind of helps in a way in that if you can see every color, it's kind of easy to tell how deep your stack is. Masa rotating. Okay, finds a resting place at the end there.
Ooh, a two-face overstack from Ratttz. She's going to be.
Oh, that's probably going to be lethal. Though I don't know if Masa's in with this well.
Enough single Minos come out. She's able to like dig it. But oh, she gets the perfect pieces. Her well is open. She gets a long piece and another one. She's back in the game.
No, Masa.
That was absurd.
Yeah, I would have when I saw that overstack from Ratttz, I would have written that game off. But Tenacious refuses to give in.
Very bumpy stack from Ratttz. She's choosing to cash in an early face clear. Probably just hoping to reset some board stability. I think the last few rounds have been frantic enough. It's upsetting her usual game plan. She's feeling the pressure to not take too many risks. Ooh, down to a single well formation dependency on Rattz's side. Okay, she does get it. The game could have decided that it was her turn to die. Oh, she doesn't cash in the triple. Fascinating. I wonder if she's waiting for Masa to have a different exposure, but Masa's overstacked now.
It's only by one layer. Yeah, alright.
Okay, and
I guess
now
a
she gets
four-piece, too.
But Masa's board is very unstable at the moment. She needs some very specific pieces to avoid chaos here. Okay, Ratttz pulled ahead in quota. We're getting really close to the limit.
Oh, Masa has to get... Masa gets it. Oh,
nope.
But she doesn't! Wow, that must have been frames, because Masa's piece was down, and that was a full level.
Holy heck.
Masa getting robbed a little bit there, getting the 2 1 pieces in a row, or leaving Ratttz enough time to make some make the bigger clears.
Okay, Ratttz with a bit of a bold overstack, but it doesn't last long. No real O blocks coming out, so Masa converted her hole to a single wide. But Ratttz is still mostly committed, I think. We'll see if she adapts. Definitely the long pieces seem somewhat plentiful in this level.
Ooh, I really like that use of the T piece.
Ratttz can... Oh, she doesn't get it fast enough. What? I swear that was a glitch. I think Ratttz stacked a piece in a way and then received garbage, and the top of her L block exceeded the however many rows high this is, and so she had a piece clip off and disappear. She was dead, and then because of the clipping she was able to place like one more piece. And I mean, the writing was on the wall, but it was still cool to see.
Cool to see a funny fight, or not fight, like a brush with death. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Come on, one more eyepiece for Masa. One more one. Damn. Masa definitely had the blockout set up ready to go, but... And there's the... Uh-oh. I'm not sure that's how I would have placed that T-piece. Might not get punished, though. Overstack.
You can see this piece set is forcing...
Ratttz has a very funny hole.
Yeah.
Masa's stack looking incredibly clean at the moment, though.
Oh boy. Ratttz
going all in on the offense. Yeah.
Waiting forever for like an O piece, and when it finally came, she had given up and converted her hole shape. We have Masa threatening to send Ratttz to losers now. 4-3.
Ooh, what is this board shape from Masa? This is gonna be so weird to dig through. This jagged stack.
She's somehow making it work. I
guess it is still fairly low, so it's not too dangerous yet, but...
Oh, this T-piece can flatten it right out. No, she chooses to double down on the bumpiness. Maybe the bumps are just not as bad in 3D as they are in 2D.
That's a bit of an aggressive overstack with these 4 holes. And unfortunately gets the eyepiece during the overstack. Oh, and that's a catastrophic misdrop.
And then the sound happens, and Masa just tops out, throws in the towel. It's going to be 4-4. It's going to game 9.
Oh, it's winner's final still first to 5. All right.
Yeah, first to 5 all the way through. Feels like a good size.
Yeah, feels like a good length.
Very cool looking formation on Rattz's side.
Like a bullseye almost.
Yeah. Masa's in a good position to attack. And honestly, okay, Ratttz does have a single well hole. With the right pieces, that's not so bad, but it's hard to count on them. Okay, no, she got everything she needs.
Masa's definitely setting me on edge for a second there. Uh-oh.
Players are trading quota leads. 3 away for Ratttz now. 6 for Masa.
I think Masa's rotated. Yeah.
Very specific pieces coming at the exact right moment could have done it, but after a very tight set, we do have Ratttz sending Masa down to losers.
Is incredible game. Oh my god, I won't lie. She did put the fear of God into me briefly. Oh my god.
She was looking really, really good on that last game until she sent one too many lines and her board looked like Swiss cheese as she received damage from you. So it went from like super in control to super sour extremely fast, and it wasn't even like a misdrop. It was just the damage was really bad.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that sometimes your opponent can take an act, like you'll look at their board and you'll be like, oh, that's fine, and then they'll take an action at the same time you did, and depending on whose piece locked first, you get like a different situation. It's really weird.
Oh yeah.
Just very, very funny.
Okay, we are in game.
I do also love how we've had multiple games now where like people lost while their piece is blocking. That's incredible, frankly. Alright, we're in it. DT versus Oshisaure. DT's played a decent chunk of this game. Probably played the most of this game with Color Thief. But a lot of the strongest blockout players don't play on Fightcade, so it's sort of hard to know what the scene actually looks like.
Where do they play? Just in person?
They play in person in Japan. It's typically a single player. It's not really versus focused, but given at the speed that they play, oh, look at this blockout. Very funny, but CT's in such a great position to actually accept all of it. It actually gives them a two-face lead.
Yeah,
now on a 1 dependency.
Going for these non-lethal blockouts definitely seems like a funny joke.
Yeah.
More than a viable strategy.
Yeah, I don't like them. But sometimes, like, it makes your brain feel so huge. You know? It's just like, damn, I can do it. Oshi's got this really unfortunate structure where, yeah, she's going to have to drop the O piece in a funny place, bend an I in a way that she really doesn't want to, in order to hopefully rebuild this well into a shape that she can actually skim. But CT, oh, with the beautiful 3x1 skim.
Oh, but that was a quota victory. I thought the damage just came in and killed Oshisaure, but
no, but CT had an excellent read on a 1x3 skim. Take the game. Anytime you get like the big skim, that also feels incredible. Skimming in this game is very funny, just across the board. That's one of my favorite things about it, is that managing the shape around your well is a lot more complicated than it is, say, TGM or whatever. TT going for the skim here with that. Yeah, I love that. TT has to make a funny decision. He's actually going to go... Oh, that's sick. Love that. Or are we going for the blockout? Oh, it's actually one too many. Never mind. That's a shame. But this piece set is really accommodating. There's a 1x2 and a 2x2 in play. There's multiple pieces to perform these skims with. CT so high up. Going to convert. He's got so many faces now that he's actually able. Oh, he's still able to skim with the 2x2, but chose not to. It actually works out for him. Didn't draw an O. Here it is. Oh, both these players. Oh, it's a race. No!
Oshisaure having one layer of 2x2 well. Exactly enough to clutch the victory there.
That's not how French works, by the way.
No, it's not. Oh, it's
Oshisaure, yeah.
Oh, it's
like a dinosaur.
SAU. I thought it was SUA. Oshisaure.
Incredible. Ooh, a bit of a misdrop from CT, I assume. We're going back to the 1-2 well. I don't know how well that's going to work out on this piece set because I don't know how common O's are. Yeah, we might. Okay, here we go. Now we're gaming. CT's a little bit behind on quota here, but looking pretty good. We have a pretty manageable board here. Ooh, that hurts. Really.
Ooh, this
immediately
is a rough commit.
Yeah, committing to a 1x1 and then immediately drawing the 2x2 probably hurts. Won't lie. And this pressure coming in from Oshi definitely lets. Oh no! One too many. Oshi.
It was theirs either way. They had the last piece in the well for the quota lead as well.
Excellent.
So just a very, very dominating game from Oshi that time.
Ooh, we have a pretty awful. Oh wow, nice tuck. Be firing off the block out. ET committing to. Well, you know, Oshi wasn't really quite ready here. Kind of cleaning up a mess.
Oshi getting some tucks that I didn't even know were necessary.
CT's got like now a buried eye dependency. We're going to have to do some hell gaming very shortly. Ooh, you might be dead. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't a believer. I just didn't believe. Okay. Oh, CT now with the lead. And the kill?
Unreal.
Get out of here. Whatever.
Flag on the play. Illegal offense.
Oh, man. Whatever. I can't believe I'm just a doubter.
I'm 0 for 0 on doubting that somebody is going to have a chance and then
my God.
Them actually losing at this point.
Yep. With a nice tuck, fixing an error. As you get more control over the pieces, the game does get a little more forgiving. When you're brand new to this game, it feels super lethal. Because like you can't fix misdrops and you'll lose your place when you overstack and all that other stuff. Oh no, the spire.
Well.
No, the spire. Spire was right in the spawn area for the 2x2.
No, Oshi missed their well. Like they just placed the piece one block to the left. It was a misdrop.
Oh, it's just like the misdrop from Moss's game. That sucks. Awful. Converting to a 1x1 well. Oshi with a beautiful conversion from the Single well back to the 1x2. Now has to figure out how to clear this overstack, but I have faith. You know, maybe I'm no longer a doubter. I'm a doubter again. It's fine. It's just fine.
Alright, back in business.
Oshi's willingness to commit to these spires a little spooky.
They're all the way on the edge. They're not super dangerous, but
they're still not comfortable.
Yeah, some of them are way worse than others.
That's dangerous. Yeah, that is not when you want to receive garbage.
Oh, CT. Oh, this 4. Oh, drawing multiple. The 3rd. Oh, and then the 3x1. Okay, CT. He needs a piece. He needs the piece.
Only so much I can do when they give me all of that garbage. Come on.
You got robbed there.
Oh my god.
Oshi's board was so toast beyond belief, and the peace queue just said, actually, they're gonna win.
That's incredible. Alrighty. BT. Funny, well, we're actually going to convert it. We're actually going to throw our board away because we didn't like it. We'll hopefully let our opponent's pressure sort of figure it out for us. Ooh, okay. The skim of all time. Oshi has a kind of an uncomfortable overstack, but you know what? We can just tuck all of these pieces. No problem.
You spin time?
This is a little more... Well, keep on drawing. Listen, if you just keep on drawing them, then does it really matter?
What a... Yeah, that was the T-spin I was looking for, basically.
Oh, but this is death. There's no way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
CT sensed a lack of pressure and felt very ready to go for the kill there.
I don't have to sense anything. I can just look at the board.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you are actually the eyes emoji in chief. Like, you have been known to gaze at a board before. Oh, you didn't go for the skim. You had the beautiful skim with the S. Can't believe it. Okay. ET setting up for a Tetris here. Does have, I'm sorry, a quad. Do not at me, Tetris Company. Setting up for a skim here, but I actually feel like... Well, who am I to judge? You have an uncomfortable T, but... Oh, we're gonna skim now? Oh, but now we're stacking over the hole for 2 faces. While Oshi is sending pressure like a champion here.
Oshi is... I was gonna say Oshi's overstacked as well with a very empty second row, but...
We're 4 and 4.
It was enough pressure to kill.
Who's going home? Oh, CT. Are you gonna T-spin? Yeah! Sort of. Oh, beautiful O-skim.
Oh no, Oshi.
Some of these skims out of CT in this round are pretty fresh. Big fan.
Oshi has so much work to do right now. There's so many empty squares under that eyepiece on the left. Oh, and it just got so much worse.
Wait, what if she just clears them all? There you go. Champion.
The board is so empty, though.
This is kind of a nightmare, yeah. The CT is not poised to send pressure, though. That's the thing. So she has time to get her way out of this. Oh, look, she's gaming.
So has managed to come back.
You know,
Disaster averted.
You're a doubter.
I'm massively a doubter, yeah. Okay. That's an interesting number of empty spaces to leave on your board, but CT is very high.
CT, are you serious? Are you so... You are bolder than I am. Oh, you actually topped out by placing there. That's what happened there. So if you place a piece, I think it's 2 lines above the top of the board where there's no gray, it'll actually just kill you immediately.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a really strange rule.
I was a little confused what happened there.
Yeah,
So
no,
thank you.
that's what that is. Usually that doesn't happen. Like normally like you'll have a piece that managed to stand upright in a weird hole somewhere. Your opponent sends garbage. Like, oh, I guess I just lose. But we do have a run back. We're gonna have Mark gamed versus Oshi. Losers round 4. Did you have fun tonight, CT?
Oh yeah, this game's always a blast.
So good. Sorry that we add the the round card incorrect for the previous match. We're gonna be going back into it. The run back. Challenge.
I love this Tetris backdrop with the TV slap.
It's so good, right?
Yeah.
Mark looks like he's slowly being converted into being a 2x2 respecter. Well, you know, not everything lasts forever. We're choosing not to do the 2x2 skim. Fine. Oh, Mark's just sending. Send it! Now Oshi is in a prime position to keep sending, while Mark is several pieces away from being able to clear here. He does have a skim here, but he doesn't see it. This is unfortunate because Oshi is kind of poised to kill him. Oh, he's out. Free. And they're tied at quota as well.
They're throwing haymakers right now.
They are no longer tied.
Oh, wow. Just kills.
Damn.
I was going to say Mark is going to have a really tough time reaching those last 2 lines of quota with how Swiss cheesed his board is, but it killed. Not a factor. I really like the quota aspect.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the looming threat.
It adds like an interesting element to like managing your stack, and it's not quite as it feels like constantly present in a way that the level system of TGM is not. Right? Like winning by level is kind of not on your mind most of the game. Until it randomly is, and you're like, oh, thanks. Oshi, cleaning up nice. Sending the pressure over. Emptying out the board, didn't want it, but Mark is sending some faces, and Oshi's got a... There are no TP in this piece set, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of work in order to... Oh no, the Spire! Yeah, you gotta watch out for those.
Yeah, that's a what, 6-point lead? 6-face lead. Mark's sending some serious pressure.
No, we're going for it. Yeah, you only get a single face for it. It's stuck back in these. Ooh, we have an overstack for Mark. Well, how are we gonna clear this? Plan here. Oh, beautiful tuck. Let's go. With the 3 wides.
Yeah.
I love this. Oh my god, Mark. Fantastic.
Mark the magician over here with these out of these world clears.
Oh, and Oshi able to send basically her entire board and still be poised to receive damage with a wonderfully shaped well. Fortunately, it no longer accommodates a 2x2. So some of these skims are going to be a little hard.
Quota becoming a factor here.
The head in the piece queue, getting all these line pieces. That's one of the funny things about this game is that sometimes being ahead in the piece queue can really help you, but usually it's hard to be ahead and also like be able to take advantage of it. But later in the game, as faces like accumulate, like that slowly starts to change. Oh, interesting. Oshi opting not to take the skim and then just throw the three down the hole.
Cool,
These boards are looking
up.
kind of jagged.
Oh, that looked like a misdrop from Mark. Nice tuck though. Basically covers himself.
Oshi's just not drawing the pieces she needs to get out of this nightmare. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, but I don't think there's actually a missing pink. That face doesn't clear.
Mark digging through a double overstack. 2 separate holes.
Alrighty.
Mark becoming very fluent with the rotation system here.
Yeah, he plays pretty quick. Like, it's pretty normal to feel a little awkward while playing this game. Ooh, Oshi's just going for it. We're sending. And Mark's really not in a position to reply just yet. Well was not shaped correctly. Does draw the 4 here. Ooh, able to reshape a 1x1 well, so ready to receive whatever Oshi is sending. Able to reply. Now Oshi desperately needs to draw. Oh, we did get the 1x3. Okay, cool.
Mark making me sweat with that crazy shaped hole, but these 2 spires.
Okay. Mark's got to clear this overstack, but Oshi's with the quota.
Yeah, maybe it would have been worth to take a tactical discard in a really bad spot just to like game on an eyepiece. When it comes, but it's hard to make those kind of decisions in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. The amount of like consequences each decision makes in this game is like a little extreme. It's a little heavier in that respect than, oh, look at this skim.
Beautiful. Ooh. Not so sure about this board state right now though. Mark has a lot of gaps to fill. Okay, gets most of them in time.
Ooh, once again, the centerboard spire for Oshi. Taking her by surprise. Giving Mark the round.
Mark poised to take it.
that's just who we are today. You know?
Yeah, there it came into effect how both players didn't receive the damage until the next piece. And
That's
then it
very
just
funny.
triples your next piece.
That's so silly. I love this game. I just think it's the bee's knee. Alright. Alright, Oshi with the one well. Mark doesn't really want to commit to plugging up this twofer, but ooh, that cleaned up kind of nice. Mark does have an eye dependency, and also this
A
fucking
checkerboard.
yeah. There are plenty of like bumpy pieces in this set to deal with it, but it's like so bumpy that, well, you know what? He's out. Who am I to judge? You know.
He's pretty significantly ahead in quota right now too. Oh no, that's a misdraw.
Oh well. All right, have a terrible time, Mark. Yeah, just a single clear. Brutal. There are some misdrops you're just not allowed to make.
These 1x1s.
Mark didn't take a skin. Sort of surprised by that. Both of these players really not committing sending just yet. Interesting. I'm actually really surprised by this. Mark's willing to leave. In a good shape for it-ish. Drawing these repeated S's is actually kind of rough.
Yeah, that's usually what kills me in normal Tetris.
Ooh, the sound. We heard it.
The inevitable consequence of nobody wanting to send lines is running out of board space.
True, true. He is.
Yeah, definitely a well-fought battle by Oshi. But Mark, out for blood.
Mark is advancing to losers finals. Those losers semis. Four. How did I get this far? I don't know. You're just able to rotate objects with your mind. Your mind powers. Masa, shush. I see you there. I am simply going to shit. You are an excellent gamer. Though weirdly, I don't remember you playing that much of this game, which is so funny to me that you definitely threatened to beat me in our previous match. All right, both of these players guaranteed to get at least third tonight in our double elimination bracket of Blockout. Masa's slamming down these pieces. It's actually something about her play I really admire. When I play her in Pochi, she's like got all the finesse tricks down, you know? So she's always able to like really slam the pieces down, like walk them to the edge and rotate them a single time. Alright, Masa is ahead. She's going to actually cash out her board here. So receiving this garbage from Mark is a little awkward. doesn't want to convert. Didn't want to convert her whole. Something a little uncomfortable. Okay, we're going to... What's the plan here? Mark's overstacked, right? Okay, he clears it. It's no big deal. Masa does have this weird, like, mid-board dependency that I've... Oh, the sound! Ooh, the sound! Oh, Masa would love to send, but... Okay. Yeah, she's sending.
Uh-oh.
Because the violence...
Oh, that was enough? Wow.
Yeah, Masa's watching.
Like one line at a time, both people slipping, but Masa barely managing to hold on with the very, very weird-looking board state.
You hear your opponent... You don't actually have to eyes emoji. You hear the sound from your opponent. You know it's go time, you know? Like,
Yeah. It's also a good indicator that if you have a 1x1 well, you're gonna have a pretty decent chance of just sending back everything they send to you.
Yeah, especially in these early boards where one wide pieces make up a greater proportion of the set. Later in the game, later in your set, you might find that is no longer true. Ooh, Mark accepting an overstack here. Masa's ready to send. Okay, Mark does draw his out, but he's going to have to draw several pieces. Beautiful skim from Masa. I think, is she behind in the piece queue? I actually can't tell. Might be. Oh my god, the
Big
3-line
spike.
spike? Yeah.
Yeah, Masa definitely with that trademark speed. She's not waiting for anyone.
It's really important in this game to, like, not spend too long hemming and hawing. Like, obviously misdrops are super painful. But like, throwing your opponent into an uncomfortable situation because they just were not ready, because you're just that much faster, is really important. Oh, look at this conversion. That was kind of sick from Masa. He's able to, like, create and recreate the centerboard spire!
Masa just sent, like, 11 lines of pressure instantaneously. Like, there were, like, Masa was halfway to quota, and all of those got sent in, like, 3 pieces in a row. But now we've got funky pieces.
You sure do. And once again, surprised Masa will reject a skim with the LP. I just see, if I draw a piece and I have, like, the perfect skim shape, I'm just like, all my neurons activate. And I'm just like, it's time, the foretold time has come, you know, like. Oh, this bumpy stack for Mark. Yeah, we're accepting an overstack here.
Masa getting a line piece.
Gotta do something about this, Mark. You may experience pain. It's not style points, it's efficient. You gotta go for it.
Do you, though?
You gotta go for it. How can you not go for it? It's in the shape of the piece you are holding.
Sometimes I just like to win.
The line clear delay. That is true. There is a little bit of extra delay. Clear lines.
Oh, Masa getting the perfect one piece after making a funny hole in her board. Oh, and it happens again.
Ooh, what are you doing? All right. I'm like so scared.
Masa thinking really hard about that move. Oh, beautiful L piece.
You know, I thought Masa said today before tournament prep that she plays puzzle games not to think.
That is true. He did say that. I do have that on record.
Vote in chat if that's hypocrisy or not.
Maybe Masa simply doesn't think.
Maybe she just holds down, you know?
I don't believe that. She's not holding down at all times right now.
Ooh. Oh, she just needs to make one more face and Mark is in death.
And the pressure from Masa, and she was also only one line away from quota.
5-0. That's Masa.
Masa wants the rematch.
Yo, we out for blood?
Sure do have a repeat of our previous tournament.
The TO said, time to get bracket moving.
Yeah. Do you think thinking involves pushing buttons?
Sometimes.
Do I think that I think thinking is involved in pushing buttons, but not all pushing buttons involves thinking. All right, we're in it. Just immediately waiting on some eyeballs. Ready. How'd you enjoy the bracket, Juicey? Did you have fun?
This is one of those games, like, for the longest time, I couldn't remember the difference between this and Weltris. And now I realize why, because they are both very violent games.
They are pretty brutal, yeah.
They're both violent in different ways, though.
I mean, when you're bad with spatial awareness, they're both equally violent. There are dimensions.
One of them is like violent to control, and the other one is like you inflict violence on your opponent.
HR says to find the difference in these photos.
The perpetrator. That's the difference.
No, they're the same. So, it's looking like, from what Ratttz talked about earlier, and just general play here, that this is another 90s Tetris where, you know, making two wells pretty good.
Yeah,
I wonder how my pet theory's holding up there.
The pet theory holds true. 2L seems to be...
This is an 80s Tetris, thank you very much. From 1989.
Fine, it was...
It rounds up.
It was forward-looking.
It was a forward-thinking Tetris. It knew to make 2L optimal.
Oh, I did something so silly. I don't have skims.
You know...
Oh my god.
Are skims truly the most important thing in the world?
What?
By the one.
I was gonna say, I don't think so.
Masa's piece was in the well. It was all the way at the bottom. That was some port priority.
I think you're fine. I don't think you need the skin that badly.
Wanted to skim.
That's great. I'm sure you'll be alive too one day, honey. I can tell Ratttz has played this a lot just because, like, actual fumbling rotations at the minimum. It's like, yes, I pressed one button, and most every other match tonight has had at least a period where everyone behind the wheels is like fumbling 4 or 5 extra button presses.
Oh my god, I took like 30 rotations to get some of my pieces in place.
Brother, I understand.
I don't know why, but like the first button makes me paranoid because for some reason every time I reached for it, I would hit the drop button instead.
So I mapped it to the first button on bottom row as tick for. I just treated that as like its own row for confirm. And all my rotations were top row. I don't know, it felt like the most ergonomical way.
No! Masa getting the 2-bar instead of the 3-bar.
Just by a little bit.
Alright, this is an incredibly funny board.
I think Ratttz.
Oh, not getting the 2x2.
We're just gonna keep comfortably layering things up higher and higher.
Oh!
Oh, the clank. Masa knew. Heard the clank.
So
Opponent must be high. Send lines at all cost.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're already a misdrop on Ratttz side. And she's thinking. No, I love the clank in this game. If anyone's been here a long time, like my favorite thing to do is kind of bully Oz and Puyo because he gives away the game verbally whenever he's not in a good position. I was joking that he's like got a terrible. We should play poker sometime. I'll do
like
really
the
well
negative
for myself.
poker face.
Yes. And then there's this game, and I have a terrible poker face for it because I'm sorry, the clank sound is just kind of. So when I'm like about to lose, I'm in bad position. I'm just gonna keep pressing the button. Look, it just.
Masa has an overstack, manages to dig it out though.
Okay. Rat's commitment here is a little funky. Basically, top board is what was that? I don't like how those top 2 grids are overstacked. I mean, clearly Ratttz isn't stressing that much.
Yeah, no, Masa had to think a little bit too hard about how to solve that problem. By the time she properly set herself up for L skims, she had run out of board space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ratttz is not a TAS in this game, but she's not really hesitating.
Masa with a very nice burn on that SPs.
Ratttz is cheating by knowing how the game works. Yeah, she does that a lot.
Oh, Masa, that was dangerous.
Yeah. Like, Ratttz,
No, she thought for too long. Oh,
Ratttz has some very committal wells, but she's not really mincing any gaps with her stack.
Alright, Masa's got one hell of a run back to make here.
Even like these early round misdrops just aren't affecting Ratttz all that much.
Oh, Masa could have gone for the blockout and gotten 4 lines out of it. Come on, 3 line.
Oh my god!
Okay. Yeah, that's a 3-line blockout.
No, that was a 4-line blockout. She got a full Tetris.
That's crazy. Just immediately perished.
Oh my god! I'm not okay, chat.
I don't know how to clip things. I'm bad at Twitch.
Please clip that.
Press F to resuscitate commentator. I'd just rather hold my breath for the next 5 minutes. That's the vibe right now. Ratttz in question mark state. It's not bad, but it's just hard reading it. A lot of the stack does not seem as conducive to like J, L, and Z's, but also she seems fine. She's made it this far in bracket. Outside of like Masa's murder jump scare there, Ratttz has been pretty dominant.
Masa being forced to go for a pretty rough skim here. Oh, can't rotate the L into place in time, and
okay, gonna need to plug. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
oh, can't rotate. Damn. All right, Ratttz is gonna take it.
GG's. That was spooky.
Yeah.
I've never seen a blockout quite that damaging before. But you know what? If the blockout kills, like you gotta do it. Like it's just hype.
I'm glad we caught it
It's
on
just
film.
so hype. Alrighty. So before we go, I hope you enjoyed blockout. Congratulations to and Masa who takes silver, and bronze for Marked Gamer, Marked D Gaming, Mark Gamed. I don't know how verbs work. I've never verbed. Coming up later this month, September 13th, we have Magical Drop 3. This is probably one of our most competitive uppy downies, thanks to the likes of PlayMagicalDrop.com. We're playing fools only. So if you'd like to get a feel for the game without chaining, where you just clear your board as efficiently as possible to go for quota after tonight, then Fools Only Magical Drop 3 is gonna be for you. September 20th, we have Panickies. This is sort of a prototype for Puzzle Fighter, made by Compile, published by Capcom. It's a little bit funny because it doesn't have offsetting, and you have to drop 2 crash gems in order to clear a shape. The object of the game is to bury your opponent, hopefully all in one go, so that way they can never even respond. It's really, there's nothing else like it. You gotta show up for that. September 22nd, our Friday mode games. Gotta be Kirby's Star Stacker for the SNES. If you want to play a game where chains go burr, this is the game for you, because every line you receive comes pre-filled with chaining forms for you. It like, what was that? Puyo Fever. It's pretty neat. You make little sandwiches with your animal friends. It's always a great time. Super casual game. Great game to get started in if you're a little bit scared of match chaining. Do you have something to say, Juicey?
Nintendo Switch now.
It is on your Nintendo Switch now. You gotta go play it. You have to play it. It's on NSO. September 27th, we have Pochi and Ya. This is the Puyo Puyo for people who don't do homework, who show up to school late. All you have to do, you make little trees, and then you press up or the C button, and it will transform the piece you're holding into crash gems that will let you cash out that shape and send massive damage over to your opponent. But there's a lot of offsetting in this game. You got to watch your opponent's piece queue and make sure that they aren't holding a piece that they could offset your outgoing damage with. It's super cool, super easy to get into. It's one of our friendliest and most casual sort of chaining, or it's not quite a chaining game. It's one of our most casual Puyo-like games for you to get into. And I think it's just a blast. You got to show up for that. That's all, folks. That's it for upcoming events. I hope you all had a lovely time here at Puzzle Wednesday. Juicey, did you have fun?
Yes.
Deka, did you have a good time?
I had a blast, and ending it with the blockout really just sealed the deal.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, gamers. We're going to see you later next week. Magical Drop 3, Fools Only. See you there.